There was a turd in the blanket.
Yes. I thought you were talking about a different turd. And I was like, here?
Oh, there's one here too.
Here?
Yeah. I'm incontinent. So there's, it happens. It happens whether I want it to or not. But usually I want it to.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I do.
You just want to feel it?
But the blanket was not a very Delta blanket, right?
It was not a very Delta blanket, but
Okay.
it was on Delta Airlines.
Do you think it was like a very Delta shit, or would you expect more or less from me?
I would expect more from you.
Okay.
And I wouldn't expect it to be wrapped up from you. I think it would be front and center.
I love that.
To be like, this is what this is. But Delta, they think it was a disgruntled employee who shit in a blanket, folded it up, put it.
Legitimately, they think this.
Yes.
Stop it. Did you get anything out of this? Like some peanuts or like?
I got all the Biscoff cookies I want. No, I got my ticket refunded. I cannot remember the exact amount of miles. But I was like, I want more. There was shit in my blanket. Yeah. And they were like, we will give you more if you stop talking about it. And I said, no.
It's very important to me that my viewers have healthy guts. So I want you all to try Bellway today. Head over to Get Bellway, that's GetBellway.com, and use code VERYDELTA to get 25% off your first order at Bellway. That's 25% off your first order at getbellway.com with code VERYDELTA.
So I opted to take what they originally gave me, and then in my Netflix half hour, I closed with that story. So I was like,
of course.
It's nice to have a little bit of material. But it was truly wild.
Yeah. How does that even feel? Like, are you thinking like, oh my gosh, somebody's baby is sick, or like what? Like,
no, this was in a vacuum sealed bag. So I opened a bag. I pulled out what I thought was a fresh blanket. I opened it and there was brown stuff stuck in it. So I ripped it apart and then crumbles were falling. And then I threw it on the floor and I took my foot and was like fiddling with it. And I was like, I think that's shit. And then I got the flight attendant after we landed and I was like, I think there's shit in my blanket. And he was like, girl, no. And I was like, girl, yes. And then he ran over to the blanket and he went, girl, that's some shit. I gotta get my phone. And I was like, I don't think that's protocol. But like, I don't know what protocol is. But then he was like taking pictures and then like everyone leaving was like staring at my shit-filled blanket. And I DM'd them and they like reacted pretty like nonchalant until I was like, there was shit in my blanket. So then I kept they don't let you call them, they call you. And I don't know why, but it kept getting higher and higher up. And I was talking to like the executive somebody and I was like, I feel crazy. What is the flight attendant saying? Because I kept saying shit, and then he was like, oh, well, he said it's human fecal matter. I was like, so he made a choice. So he made a choice as to what kind of shit it was.
Right.
But it was fully wild and insane. And then I learned that the blankets that you open in a vacuum sealed bag are not washed ever. They're eyeballed. And if they look clean, they're folded up and put through the vacuum seal process.
Oh, I thought they were just considered to be disposable or something.
No, they reuse them.
Stop.
Same with the pillows. They don't change the
That's
pillowcase. At a hotel, if you ever get in a bed and you smell it and you go, this kind of smells like someone, it's because they didn't change the sheets because they eyeballed it and it looked fine to them.
Yeah.
Don't drink water unless it's bottled on a plane because it comes from a tank. So coffee on a plane's disgusting. It comes from a tank that's never cleaned. What else did I learn? I learned that you should wipe your seat down because they don't actually do it. They spray it with chemicals sometimes, but for the most part, they're just looking for trash they can see. Planes are fucking disgusting.
Do you like an aisle seat, a window seat, or a middle seat? Stupid question. Nobody likes a middle seat.
Some
Ever.
people do.
You think?
I think somebody who is starved of touch,
I think that could be true.
might really love a middle seat.
There's a thing called like touch hunger. That's real, right? It is.
I don't have it because I'll touch people and I'll say, sorry about it. Is that okay? I mean, friends. I'm touching my friends.
Right.
But I prefer the window if it's 1A or 1D.
Okay.
Anything past
I like
that,
the specificity.
I
Okay.
prefer the aisle so I don't have to like climb over. Like they don't have to get up to let me out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have my philosophy for me is flight under 3 hours, the window. Flight over 3 hours, the aisle. Because inevitably I will be on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, after like the third hour, like, you know what, I need to go pee. So the person will be next to me and I'll just tap them like, pardon me, I need to use the restroom. And they'll go, and this is the movement. And I will tell them, you see what's coming through here.
Yes.
It's in your best interest to
get
stand up.
Yes.
They won't.
Sometimes when I'm like getting on the plane to sit, they'll just move a little bit and I'll go, I'll say very loudly, I'm very fat.
Yeah.
You have to move.
Come on.
You have to.
I don't get it. I mean, but if you want to enjoy my ass, many people, surprisingly, many people do enjoy my ass in their face. And if that's your thing, go for it.
Delta, I don't think it's surprising.
Well, some people will be surprised.
I think you have a delicious ass.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.